Bitcoin is breaking the uptrend and we are now dumping. Should we be worried now? In this video I will tell you everything about Bitcoin and why we are dumping. I will have a look at some crypto news, the Bitcoin ETF inflows and a lot of other charts. I will also discuss Ethereum and Cardano with you, so slap up that like button and let's dive right into the charts. On the daily time frame we can see Bitcoin had this beautiful uptrend and we are now breaking to the downside. And yeah, it is not looking very good for Bitcoin because when this uptrend is being broken, we might see a little bit more downside. And yesterday I also discussed in my video that it's possible to see a bearish scenario playing out for this pattern, and that we're going to see a break to the downside, maybe see a revisit of this previous support to retest it as a resistance, and from there we can come further back down. So keep in mind that we could see a little bit more bullishness coming into the market and see a retest of this previous support and then come further back down. Of course we want to see an invalidation of this trendline support and just go back to this upper side resistance again. But for now we have to be a little bit more bearish because we broke the uptrend, and yeah, it is not looking very good for Bitcoin. But if we then have a look at another chart, then we can see Bitcoin is back at this huge support area, and yeah, in the past it also acted as support and resistance. We can see multiple touch points happening for Bitcoin, and yeah, we some weeks ago we broke the resistance, retested as support, and now we're back at this support area. So we could also see a bounce from this point and revisit this topside resistance again. But for now we have to be a little bit more patient, and yeah, the bearish scenario was playing out. So I will remove this arrow, and the next scenario for Bitcoin might be that we are going to see a break from this level, retest the previous support as resistance, and then come further back down. But we can also see a bounce from this level and then a revisit of this topside resistance area again. And yeah, of course we all want to see this scenario playing out. But for now we have to be a little bit more bearish, and we have to remain patient if this support is getting held strong. And of course everyone is asking, why is Bitcoin dumping below the $68,000? There are some rumors that Tether is going to be banned from the crypto market, and yeah, a lot of people are holding their breath because yeah, Tether is one of the biggest stable coins there is, and starting from next month Tether will disappear from the European market because the EU has some new regulations. And this will change a lot, and of course this creates a lot of FUD. But I expect that this FUD is just orchestrated because we are going to see in the Ethereum ETF very soon. And just like before the Bitcoin ETF, we saw a lot of FUD happening, so the price was dropping a little bit. But you saw the big institutions are buying in heavily, so I expect that we are going to see some creation of a lot of FUD. And then yeah, the institutions will buy in heavily, especially into Bitcoin and also into Ethereum. And then when the ETF is going live, they are just owning them, and they have bought a lot of very cheap Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I will say, don't be fooled now by these kind of FUD actions, and just yeah, hold on to your bags and just follow the smart money. If we then have a look at the 4-hour time frame, we can see Bitcoin is also still in this uptrend. You can see this trend line support is getting respected, and we can see multiple touch points on the downside as support already. If this support is getting held, we can maybe see a bounce from this level again, and then maybe aim for this higher resistance structure. But for now we have to hold this support. We have to be a little bit patient what Bitcoin will do here. And this beautiful inverse head and shoulders I've been talking about for weeks saw a little bit of a rejection from this big resistance area. So yeah, we're now seeing a rejection, but it's possible that we're going to create a new higher low, and it's still very bullish because then we just continue the uptrend with a higher low structure. And yeah, if this higher low is getting formed like this and we revisit this resistance area, there's nothing to be worried about, because then we can revisit this area, maybe see a break of this resistance, return it into support, and from there we can aim for higher targets. So that would still also be a very probable play for Bitcoin. So keep in mind that yeah, the trend is still up and we are not breaking any support lines already. So when Bitcoin falls below this structure, we have to be a little bit more bearish. Then we can create a lower low, and that will be very bearish. But for now, we can just create a higher low and revisit this resistance line. And the Bitcoin ETFs yesterday saw an outflow for the first time in 17 days. We saw an outflow of $64 million, so that's a little bit more than we had expected. Especially Grayscale was still selling. We can see BlackRock bought a lot in heavily last week, but for now we only saw a $6 million inflow for BlackRock ETF. And I expect that we're going to see more bullishness coming into the market, because I believe the Bitcoin ETFs are not done buying. So there will still be buying pressure from the Bitcoin ETFs, and that will only pump up the price for Bitcoin. So yesterday I was talking about Ethereum and that we were back at this huge support/resistance area. And yesterday it seems that the support was holding strong, but for now, yeah, Bitcoin was dumping, so Ethereum will follow. And we are now seeing a break below this support area, and this looks a little bit more bearish. We can expect a little bit more downside from here for Ethereum, and this will be the first big support area for me, because we can also see multiple touch points in the past as support. Here we saw support, a lot of support touches, and also resistance. We broke this area to the top side, and it hasn't been retested, so we can expect maybe a retest from here, and then we come further back up. So for now, this will be my first support target, and it would also be a very good place to put some orders in. You can enter the market in the long here, or you can just spot buy, because it's very risk reward free. Yeah, for now we have to be a little bit more patient, as I was saying. We could also see a revisit of this resistance area to the top side, and maybe eventually break it to the top side, come back down and create a new uptrend. And you can see the uptrend is still intact for Ethereum. So yeah, we can expect a little bit more bullishness coming into the market. And especially with the spot Ethereum ETF going live next month, I think yeah, we will see a lot of more bullishness coming into the market for Ethereum. Another altcoin I want to discuss with you is Cardano. Cardano has been in this consolidation phase on the daily time frame. We can see multiple touch points on the top side as resistance, and we can also see multiple touch points on the downside as support. And currently we are back at this support area, and we didn't see a very big dump for Cardano, even when Bitcoin was dumping. But you can see a lot more consolidation from here happening, but eventually Cardano has to pick a side, so we can either see a break to the downside, top side, or we can see a break to the downside. I'm expecting a little bit more bullishness coming into the market for Cardano, because we also have a very interesting update about Cardano. Cardano is preparing itself for the Voltaire era with the Node 9.0 launch. I think June is going to be the month for Cardano, because Charles Hoskin has indicated that Cardano's nodes release is likely to take place in June, and this could have a very bullish effect for Cardano. So yeah, we can maybe expect a little bit more bullishness coming into the market for Cardano, maybe see a break to the top side, and then we can revisit higher levels. And the big first resistance level for me will be around this level, because we are seeing a lot of touch points here as a resistance and also as support. So yeah, keep in mind that if we break to the top side here, then this will be the first interesting point of interaction, and also the first point that we have to break to become more bullish. Maybe see a retest of this resistance area to turn it into support and then come further back up. But yeah, I think all these updates about Cardano is going to have a massive bullish effect for Cardano in this bull cycle. And I believe that we're still in this early stage of this Cardano bull cycle. So for now, I would say don't worry about Bitcoin, because we are at this beautiful support area. And if Bitcoin falls below the support area, then we could worry a little bit more. But for now, I expect that we're going to see a bounce from this level, revisit this topside resistance, and maybe see a break eventually. And before we break this support area, there's nothing really to panic about. I hope you found this video useful. Slap on the like button, follow me on my Twitter, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.